That's nice. Well, once you go once, you got to go twice. But twice is always
beaches,
nice.
you know.
Yeah, it's just for the fun.
You always have to try. Like this show. Welcome, gang. This is the 294th Purge Hangers and Wall Hangers Media Network presentation. We, of course, are the Triforce Podcast, of course. I am your host, Matthew B. Gorilla Matman. To my left is one Christopher Bristow, the old man. Hello. Back in studio. Grabbed 3 mics out, man. Had to dust that third one off. And, of course, Katerina Thermoscara in the Purge Hanger box. Our wonderful woman.
Traumatized as always.
By our omnipotent presence that is Big Brothers, Stephen Bugarel. You'll hear Link of Time. Hero of Time. Link Diablo puttering about here occasionally. But we gather here for the same reason every week, and that's to talk about the nerdy news and geek culture that just exploded all over our screens. But tonight, ghoulish casting. Ryu has nice sandals, Minecraft Pornhub, and so much more on the Triforce Podcast.
Yes, that is actually a story.
Oh, well, I can't wait. Honestly, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. So, right over here, we want you to pop over to pjandwh.com, where you're going to find all the crazy and luggy and nutty moments. I still have the formation of Clits and Kilts right up top at the funniest moments. I had to. Peacemaker and James, I think James Gunn should have a license to kill. I do.
Does he need
In
that
the
MMR?
Well, no, I mean, not Kevin Gunn. And not
I honestly couldn't tell if you just said that.
Kill. I mean, a license to kill in the DC universe.
How about
he should get the golden key to the city of DC. He should get
about a
that
license
universe
to
after
quilt?
Peacemaker.
Make a nice quilt.
You need a license to quilt?
Yeah. See, that's where she started it off. It's a different license. It's exactly.
A license to kilt. Because there are some
See
people
where we
wearing
start?
Ooh.
Right
Hence
there.
the traumatized. Hence the traumatized. Thank you.
That's the new shit.
Thank you.
Popping up across the street. You can only get kilts there. It's actually Clits Kilts.
Yeah, clits.
I
and
tried to
kilts.
save it right
You
there.
know, the hairy.
No. I knew.
And
That
now
was
it's called
I
Clits
reject.
and Kilts. Seriously, there can't be a strip club called. What did I just
I lose my mind right here. You're
What
good.
did I call it?
Clits and Kilts. So
Bitches be
okay.
stitching.
Bitches be stitching is the motto. Look for the
I cannot
future
stand
TikToks.
any of you. I cannot.
Well, if you hop over to the second tab, you'll find something that you can stand. A lot of people have actually been able to stand it, which is Walljanger Gaming. You'll be able to find us Saturday through Friday streaming on Walljanger Gaming on Twitch, Facebook, and
Mr.
of course
Palladino
YouTube.
I caught him streaming Kotar today.
Oh, really? Yeah, because of the
Yeah.
Legacy of the Sith, man. They impressed me. With what they did. You'll find me streaming The Old Republic on Saturday and Sunday. Occasionally just Sunday due to work. But I'm in there, and last week I got the chance to check out the expansion that they did and the changes that they did with the Old Republic. And my initial knee-jerk reaction was, where the fuck are all my powers?
Okay.
But they took some away to build up more, okay? To where Force Push, I had it at like level 37. It's now a higher ability.
Okay.
Which, okay, that makes sense. It should. If you're a Jedi Knight, all right, Force Push. Yeah, you should be a good Jedi Knight if you, all right, I get where you're going there. Now, they also increased little different things and changed combat. The graphics look great, of course, even better than before. But the character screen, you hit C, you have character screen. You know, hit I, inventory. Not now. You hit C, you have character, inventory, and then all your loadouts right up top to where you can change the loadout. You can change what your style is. If you're subscribed, you can have 2 separate styles. So where you can be a tank like I am with Torif Ra, but also be an evil sorcerer.
Okay.
And be in the dark side. So you can go from the light side down to the dark side now, or from the dark side to the light side, or maybe just stay in the little bit of gray. There's that thing there. But if you do the secondary, you can just trump the dark side and just go full on dark right away. So they give you a multitude of choices with this, and the different loadouts and
dark.
everything. It's
way dark.
But you can't do like Mandalorian, Mandalorian style and Jedi. It's like the assault classes, the Jedi classes.
Okay.
And you can mix the two in between the two. So it's a really good expansion for what they did to keep it alive. And I'm really impressed with it.
Okay.
But Monday to Friday, you'll find Big Brother streaming Dying Light 2. Stay alive.
I think I'm almost over the fucking the tutorial. Oh, I hate tutorials.
But once you get past that, man, I knew you loved the first game.
Yeah.
That first game,
remember the tutorial being less painful.
Parkour Zombie Apocalypse was so fresh. And now I'm going to go through the first 2 episodes you did, and I'm going to actually check out and watch it and see how it is compared to the first one, because I'm really interested in that one, man. I'm looking forward to it. But another thing I'm looking forward to is this first story, because you're going to scroll all the way down to the bottom. It's the second trailer. We get a new trailer for Diabolical. Yeah, keep going. Not that one, the second one. The first one is the teaser. This one, yeah, you're going to want to do that. Executive producer and showrunner Eric Kripke of Supernatural, not Sutranatural, we've already gone there, has something extra this year for fans of Amazon's ultra-violent anti-superhero series, The Boys. Co-created by the likes of Seth Rogen, Evan Goldberg, who recently teamed up for AMC's adaptation of the Preacher comic, and Garth Ennis, not Sean Ennis, the man behind The Boys comic himself. There's nothing more America than The Boys. You know?
The Boys.
Maybe Sean Ennis had something to do with it. We don't know. We'll have to ask him. I don't think so.
America, fuck yeah, America.
The Boys presents Diabolical is an R-rated animated spinoff to the popular series, which stars Carl Urban of Thor Ragnarok and a lot more. Like fucking Star Trek? Really? Dude, anyway.
Enjoy.
My problem with the article aside. And Jack Quaid from Scream 5. I'm sure he did a lot more important shit than that, too. The show is animated by Titmouse, the studio behind the famous adult cartoons like Adult Swim's The Venture Brothers, Netflix's Midnight Gospel, and more recent Amazon's Critical Role series, The Legend of Vox Machina. Each episode will feature its own animation style, giving fans something different each time. The entire series of The Boys Presents Diabolical is set to premiere exclusively on Amazon Video on March 4th, which will hopefully satisfy The Boys fans while they are eagerly waiting the 3rd season to return later this year.
I am so waiting for that.
Man, star-studded cast. They're going through kind of like anthology style with like day in the life of somebody in this universe, which I'm fully on board for. What did they say? Like 20 episodes?
March 4th.
I don't know. Just give me more.
I don't know. They can give me 20 episodes of this shit. I'll watch that all day.
I will
they didn't
binge
say
the
how many.
fuck out of that.
Yeah, they didn't say how many episodes. But Diabolical boasts a huge voice cast like Anthony Starr, Elizabeth Shue, Chance Crawford, Giancarlo Esposito, and reprising their roles from The Boys, of course. I love The Boys. I think it's a great series. Can't wait for season 3. This is a nice little hold by until you get the main course, you know?
Yeah, it's definitely the appetizer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Caesar salad.
Something else that's nice?
With croutons
It's
and cheese.
It's this next story.
Balsamic vinegar.
Because Craven the
That was a good
Hunter-
segue, by the way.
Oh,
That was a good segue.
thank you, Connor. But Kraven the Hunter has cast Fred Henshinger as Chameleon. So Fred Henshinger has joined Sony Pictures' Kraven the Hunter as starring Anthony Tyler Johnson in the titular role.
That was very phonetic. I'm proud of you, sir.
Thanks. Hooked on Phonics eventually worked for me. Sometimes. It's intermittently. Although it's unconfirmed.
You have to enunciate.
Hitchinger would play Chameleon,
Your
the
T's
brother
and D's, sir.
of Kraven in the movie. So Chameleon, brother to Kraven in the comics. We now get Chameleon, ultimate master of disguise. No Dana Carvey involved.
Turtle.
He was not a master of disguise
No, he
at
was
all.
not.
At all. But Chameleon is.
Could it be Satan?
Really kind of, you could really kind of have a good mindfuck movie with Chameleon and Kraven.
You could. We'll never
Especially
see
if
it,
you're
though.
going against this brother dichotomy between the two. You have J.C. Chandor is directing the pick with Avi Arad, which so many goddamn of the most famous and epic movies that you will remember have his name attached to it. A lot of special effects, a lot of great shit. Matt Tomick producing, Art Markham and Matt Howlaway and Richard Wenk penned the screenplay. So a lot of people you probably don't know. But one of Sony Pictures' universes,
behind the scenes people that will just do and collect paycheck. I'm right.
their
I've
job
heard of that guy.
is just their job is to just
That guy's
comb
everywhere.
Katarina was already preemptively laughing at it.
I knew it was coming.
through. But you have these guys combing
Eventually.
through, honing in on the exact story that you want to tell. Because honestly, going into this, coming off of Aquaman and different movies and Guardians and Eternals and a bunch of different movies that I didn't know that I wanted, if they put that attention to detail in the movie, even if they try to make something completely original, I'm more inclined to watch it streaming where I don't have to pay for it.
So the question I have to
Individually.
pose for you is, which Spider-Man would you want them to go up against?
All of them. No, just Spider Pig.
For Kraven and Chameleon, Spider-Pig is obviously the first choice, but very close second. I gotta tell you, man, Andrew Garfield.
Okay.
He really,
I think that would make a great third movie for him if they decided to do that.
yeah, but I mean, they're already doing Morbius with Toby, to where they may be leaning fully into Toby, but they can do equally. Like, we could do all Spider-Men all the time. You know?
I want...
Oh, hey, pal.
Who, What Spider-Man would you want as the doppelganger?
You know what, though? If you could do this with Maguire or Garfield, right? Ben Reilly.
Okay.
Clone War. Like the Clone Saga. Bring that into fucking... You could bring that into Toby's to really make it different. And really tiptoe into that in the fourth one and shit. While you're focusing here on the bad guy, you have like little subtle shit in the background setting up Clone Saga.
With Cloak and Dagger, yeah.
That'd be great.
That would be awesome.
So that way you have Ben Reilly in there, Cloak and Dagger. Oh, man, that'd be great. But I like where that is going. To where we can get that Cloak and Dagger back. And Runaways. And all the different kind of characters and shit. You could bring those people back.
You remember the game?
Just like what they're doing
remember
with
the
fucking
game in the
Netflix.
comic Maximum Carnage?
Yeah.
They should just do that.
Yeah, but they'd already tried Carnage. It was PG-13.
No, you need to make that. You need to make Carnage rated R. That's the only way to really do Carnage.
You know what, though? Do an absolute Carnage game now. Like in 616 comic universe. But
Rated NC.
do it like Wolverine Origins style.
So
to where you
Insomniac.
do really Insomniac, gory, like you do it right. You know what I mean? They're already doing Wolverine and Insomniac, but they did Wolverine before. Wolverine Origins was
Wolverine
the
Origins
first,
one of the best video game,
if not the
movies.
best. video game to movie adaptations.
Like
that
movie
was,
to video game, yeah.
It was better than the movie.
Oh, yeah.
100% better. Like, I watched the movie and then I played the game and I'm like, this isn't supposed to happen. What happened here? It was the first one to do that. But Chameleon, remember him?
No, I don't.
He has faced the likes encountering
Amnesia.
Venom and Black Panther, among many of other villains, but he's best known as Spider-Man's villain. So we'll have to see. Theatrical release is set for January 13th, 2023. So, Craven movie, makes sense. Having a brother in there, that'll add to the character of the story and potentially move it forward. But we'll have to see where that
Sideways.
goes. Yeah. Because they have a lot of different stuff coming out on HBO Max. I mean, this guy they're pegging for Chameleon has been in a bunch of shit. What is it? The big hit now is the White Lotus he's in. He's in Pam and Tommy. What is it? The Pale Blue Eye. What kind of weird ass fucking names the shows are people watching? But he's working with like Christian Bale, fucking Nicolas Cage, Scott Cooper. He's working with big names, so good for him. But we'll have to see if this next story is good at all.
That was a good segue.
Thank you, Connor.
Great.
Love you, buddy.
Transformers Rise of the Beast launches a new trilogy, CG animated film, and also they're all set for theaters.
Great.
Paramount.
CG animation.
Yeah, Paramount Pictures confirmed that the upcoming film, Transformers Rise of the Beast, will be the first of the new trilogy of live-action movies. Revealed on Twitter, the studio promised that the 7th mainline Transformers movie will hit theaters in 2023 and will be the first installment of the series. No detail on the 8th and 9th films were provided, but they will likely continue on from the events of Rise of the Beast, given that the upcoming film is set between the events of the soft reboot Bumblebee and Michael Bay's explosive movies. It's likely that the new trilogy will breach the gap in the live-action Transformers timeline. So that's the first thing. A whole new set of live-action Transformers.
Look to the
movies.
stars.
Now, Rise of the Beast, obviously Beast Wars was a very classic Transformers cartoon. If you were, born in the 80s, raised in the 90s kind of type.
Beast Wars, I didn't think it got a lot of love when it first came out, but as it
Syndication helped the fuck out of it.
Oh yeah, as it grew, it built that following, and the love for it just appreciated.
Especially once they got towards the latter end and they started linking up the Autobots and Maximals, Decepticons and Predacons. That was some of the best gripping fucking shit ever. I went back through the whole series like multiple times.
I have to go back
watch
to the whole series because
it's so great.
What I remember doesn't do it justice.
It's one of those things that it's almost like what was that? It was the CG show. I want to say it was on like Adult Swim or Cartoon Network. The blue guy.
Oh God.
I forget.
I'm rebooting. Hang on.
Yeah, no, you'll get to that one, but it's almost like that primary kind of like CGI. So you have to check your mind at the door, really, if you're looking for flashy shit. You're really just going for the story if you go back to rewatch Beast Wars. But it is worth the rewatch because especially when you look at what they did with the animated show on Netflix and they rebrought in the Maximals and the Autobots together and they told a really good story. I still want to see more of that, continue in the future.
What year was this?
Oh, shit. It was,
Triangle, camel, lemon square.
there you go.
So Tuesday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe 90s? 90s, 2000s?
All right. I'm looking on here.
But then in the same tweet, Paramount also revealed that a CG animated Transformers will hit theaters in 2024. Nothing else about the project is known, but more details will likely be revealed in the upcoming years. Like, no shit, they're going to fucking release details.
Gundam,
You're going to see robots beating the shit out of
Kick
other robots.
Aider.
I mean, that's really the only news that you really need to know about it. That's the plot
That's it.
of the movie.
That's the plot of the movie. What's
Reign the
happening?
Conqueror.
They're going to beat the shit out of those other robots.
It's capitalism versus socialism. It's robots beating the shit out
It
of
was
each
thrilling commentary when I was 3.
Witch Hunter Robin.
other. No, it was something with an R, I want to say. Reboot. There you go.
It was Reboot?
Yeah, it was Reboot. That's what I was thinking of. It's very anticlimactic. But
Very
another
anticlimactic.
significant
Yeah, I was
change.
on the edge of my seat.
I'm
Two-
still rebooting.
Another significant change
That's
to
what. That's why I'm laughing, because you literally gave the answer without realizing you were giving the answer earlier.
wow.
I misunderstood the
Onions. Onions, man. Onions. But another significant change to the franchise comes in the form of Ron Perlman, who will be taking over the voices of Optimus Prime. How do you feel about that?
assignment. Ron Perlman's a good choice. I mean,
I do. I agree. If they have to replace the voice, which they do.
I mean, how old is Peter Cullen?
he's up there.
You got it. He's at that I'm worried about him range.
Yeah.
So I think we can
Getting there.
kind of let
And
him
if this
retire.
is a project that is
That needs
still
extended
a few years
yeah.
out,
I mean,
I don't know what the health of his voice is right now. But
See-
if they had to recast the voice, I think Ron Perlman is more than acceptable.
it's the
more than
best
adequate.
choice, honestly, because
I agree. I
who-
agree.
Who doesn't love Fallout 3? War never changes. His voice in that
Hellboy.
opening scene. Hellboy himself. Like,
He was in Pacific Rim. He was good in that too. He was in Sons of Anarchy.
and it is not the first time he has lent his vocal talents to the role. He has been the Autobots leader in Transformers Power of the Primes.
Oh.
So he was already Optimus Prime once, but he's going to be the future there. So it's directed by Stephen Caple Jr. Transformers Rise of the Beast star Anthony Ramos and Dominique Fishback. The movie will hit
Okay.
theaters on June 9th, 2023. I like the premise of it, man. Going into Beast Wars, where do you want them to go? Do you want them to just kind of go in between Bumblebee and the Michael Bay films and just kind of have gorillas and cheetahs fucking people up and like everybody's being surprised by these cars turning into robots? Like, hey man, I was used to
you
the
know what?
gorillas and dinosaurs,
No.
but now that my car's turning into a robot, I feel triggered.
I want them to bring back the 80s hair metal from 1984 movie. That's what I want them to bring back. You got the touch. Come on, Journey. You got the power. All right, Rodimus Prime.
But I kind of like
Judd
like the
Nelson.
premise of this, of having a live action Beast Wars be just news story. You can do whatever the fuck you want with the story, but still have it in the prehistoric era. And have it more about like, you know, Maximals, Predacons, but also their building of the human people, because they had that in the original series as well.
Yeah. Frank Welker was the voice of Megatron, who's also done the voice of, he's done like Scooby-Doo and stuff like that. I still love his voice as the iconic voice, but he's also up there.
Yeah.
So who would you cast as Megatron?
Honestly, the guy they had for War for Cybertron was not bad. They might have actually just used him.
Which was Frank Welker.
Jeremy Irons.
Yeah.
He would be good.
Yeah. No, I could totally do that. I'm not a good casting person.
Peter North.
The decorator?
Sure.
There's something about a
Nolan North.
I don't know if I'm saying it. Like somebody from UK voice, Scottish, Irish, Welsh. Something about that translates really elegantly into a villain.
Mm. There was
I mean,
something
Daniel Craig as a Megatron would be good.
because I was about to go
Yeah.
around that
Or Idris
along
Elba.
that vein, Giggity, because Idris Elba or Daniel
No
Craig would be
giggity.
interesting because of the fact of Megatron having that kind of sophisticated language. He's learned. He is like the
I would-
So that's
revolutionary.
why I immediately went to Jeremy Irons, because
I
he
would
has
want
that kind of like.
Idris
Yeah.
Elba as Soundwave.
He has that presence.
I
That is
love
a good
that. I love
choice.
Idris Elba.
Idris
as
Elba
Soundwave,
as
because you want
Soundwave.
that kind of like that guttural.
Because he's a DJ. He's also a DJ, so that would make perfect sense.
Oh, that's right.
That would make perfect sense for Idris Elba to be Soundwave.
Then he could drop fat beats.
Yes, Megatron.
But I like Daniel Craig too. I think that there's just something about
bunch
the
of
way that
EDM.
they're almost like soft spoken, but you still get the power and the danger behind it.
Oh,
that
this
I think we
scream.
get it really well.
Idris Elba's EDM Soundwave might be the title of the podcast.
Idris said is yep.
I haven't name dropped on a title in a while. We can do that. Dust that one off. I like it. Like this next story.
That was a good segue.
I'm not trying to wear the button out, but, it was a good one because
It is a good segue.
this guy, you may want to go to full screen on this one so we don't chop his face. There we go.
Have you seen this man?
Fallout TV series cast Walter Goggins.
Am I supposed to know who that is?
I don't know, but somebody's got to carry the boats. Probably a different guy.
Right, that was my name.
Yeah.
That's what I was supposed to say.
Yeah.
Reverse lines don't really
No, they don't.
work.
Ever. Even in lug nuts, they really don't. But it's funny all the same.
Keep on spinning.
Amazon Prime's Fallout TV series has found one of its lead stars, Walter Goggins. Who's going to carry the boat? Seriously, look up David Goggins. If you want to feel fucking inspired, I'm going to veer off the path here, obviously.
It's Walton Goggins.
Yeah,
Yes.
Walton. But David Goggins, you got to look that guy up. He's really fucking inspirational. You think The Rock,
He will forever be
David Goggins.
the guy from Justified, but he's been in
Yes.
a lot.
He has been in so much. And now, rumor,
Never seen
Deadline
him before.
confirmed that he is to star in the new show. But while Goggins is most notably portrayed as Boyd Crowder in the Western crime drama Justified, voicing Cecil Stedman in Amazon's hit series Invincible, and Baby Bill Freeman in The Righteous Gemstones. Goggins' film credits include The Hateful Eight, Ant-Man and the Wasp, and most recent Tomb Raider film. His role in Fallout series is unknown, but Deadline reports that he's rumored to portray a ghoul, a human mutated by radiation in the Fallout universe.
And
I love
he's
how
going to carry a boat.
That's who's going to carry the boat. We found him, David. We found him. He's going to carry the boat.
In Megaton.
Yeah, I could say.
We got to at David Goggins in this podcast. We found David Goggins. We found who's going to carry the boat.
In Megaton.
I don't think he'd understand.
No, but it would be funny.
He will.
Now, but the one thing I liked about this article is that they said he's rumored to be playing a ghoul, a human mutated by radiation in the Fallout universe.
What do you need?
Like, don't try to fucking do this at home, dummy. It's the Fallout universe, not this one. They had to put that disclaimer in there.
I don't want to set the world on fire.
But you too
I
could
love that,
carry
though.
a boat of your very own.
He always knocks it out of the park. That's exciting. That's good casting.
Yeah, man. And he would be great as a ghoul, too. Like, it's not just his face, but his acting as a ghoul. I think that there's a lot of playground for him to have as an actor in this
Well,
series.
he does a lot of like characters, so this is just
Yeah.
Just another one
he
of those
doesn't have
characters.
that. Yeah, it's just another one. A man of 1,000
Because
faces.
the
I'm
ghouls-
100% for this.
The
Man of
ghouls are
many
very,
talent.
very surly.
Mhm.
With him as, even if it's not the main thing, I'd like to see Fallout as not like anthology, but almost like Game of Thrones, where you're following different people and you're seeing their past and lives and stuff like that, like Lost. Do that with Fallout. And then that way, with him, you can have him as a ghoul, you can have pre-nuke life and post-nuke life, and how you got to nuke life.
You could do pre-nuke life for a lot of the Fallouts. Like so,
There's
if they
just
did-
so much you could do with this series as a premise.
So if they did 3 with DC, then you did New Vegas. What was 4 in?
4 was Washington. No, 4 was you're playing it. You're playing it now, Big Brother. What was 4 in?
What?
Fallout 4.
Massachusetts.
All right, so
Yeah, it's Boston.
so if you all do the pre-eras of each one of those, and then you do the post-apocalyptic of each one, you do half you do one season, episode 1, 2, 3, and then do the bomb drops, and
Don't give me places I know. Give me a new
Go-
city.
yeah.
Go someplace.
I'm
new.
with Big Brother.
Don't tell me like.
But you want to see if
I
they
would-
really
I
wanted to
don't
do
wanna
it right. You want to have some interconnectability here.
Well, I would have
Well,
that
the giant
as
super mutants that are gonna come and kill you. They will.
well, no, you have that
connect
as
you
like
up
a
right
wanderer
quick.
coming in from out of town,
passing
hey,
through.
where have you been through? Oh, I just came from from
gotta-
Baltimore.
No, you
I just
gotta
came from
start in a
Washington.
vault, like the games.
Well, you start the character there, but out in the world, maybe it's a little bit more advanced, just like all the vaults when they come out. You're jumped in the future,
What do you want, soft skin?
and that's how I want them to start. They have to start in a vault, and then
Smooth
you go
skin.
out from that.
Not soft skin.
Smooth skin.
Smooth skin.
Yes, because they have skin. It's just rough and irritated, obviously. But I really
Just
like
the way
this.
you like it.
I like it as a premise because if you do this right, you don't have to know anything about Fallout and still be a fan of the show. And that is what will captivate a video game adaptation. You have to be able to have
Like The Witcher.
Yeah, exactly. You have to
Witcher.
have. This is the passing grade of a comic book or not a comic book, but a video game adaptation movie or anything. Will Kat enjoy it? Because she has no skin in the video game, right?
I do not.
So
That
if
is accurate.
she will enjoy it, then that has good legs. Hey, what's this about? Almost when all these video games stuff comes out, I think we should have like Cat's Corner.
Would you kindly?
Would you kindly?
I would.
And then we have Cat's Corner, and then it's the video game, like Cat wraps up, like, hey, this is what I thought about this video game adaptation. And, oh, well, it actually came from a book, and I like that better, and this is where you have a lot of legs in a series like that. We can work that out.
Make it a 20-minute clip.
Blatantly.
We'll talk in post, but that is a great idea. Cat's Corner, because she is literally like Switzerland in the video game adaptation realm. City or Heroes is a baseline. That's a good baseline. 'Cause that's a
So-
great game, MMO.
The only baseline. That and Mario Kart.
Well, exactly, but Mario Kart is a staple. I mean, if you haven't played Mario Kart, you're probably a
So-
Nazi spy.
And we all
she's-
agreed to never.
she's true
speak of the
neutral, so
Mario
she's
Kart
Themyscira.
movie ever again.
She is true
Never what
neutral.
now?
Yes, we all agreed to never speak of the Mario Kart movie ever again. That's why no one ever mentions it. It's too bloody.
Pissed off.
Too many
Luigi
people
speeding
died
past
in the
you.
making of that film.
Too many turtles.
I
died.
always think
PETA took it down because of all the turtles that
It's
died.
a horrible massacre.
all I can picture is like that meme of
Bowser
Luigi
started
looking
eating
so
the PETA
meanly.
people.
It
they
took
used
me
to-
way too long to cotton on to what was happening over here.
They just look. There was a whole bunch of death and murder, but that's why Mario Kart never worked out. All right. Thank God John Leguizamo made it out alive.
Yeah,
On to the next story.
Exactly.
is our only hope.
Because it's not a good story. It's a sad story, in my opinion, because
About Master Chef.
Master Chef, Jesus Christ. Fuck. Autocorrect. You know what? Fuck it. His name's Master Chef now. So, Master Chef.
I need a spatula. Give me the sausage.
I logged on to allrecipes.com. I'm ready.
Yeah, his voice is now Gordon Ramsay's to me.
That is. God, I need that as a t-shirt.
What are you fucking doing, you crikey motherfucker?
You call this stewed flood? This is stewed shit. God, I need that in my life now. Master Chef. So Master Chef will remove his helmet and reveal his face in the Halo show, which is really weird why a chef would be wearing a helmet.
See, he doesn't want to get hair in the food.
My God, it really says fucking
Hell's
Master.
Kitchen 117.
He was tired of bacon frying burns.
So It has been officially confirmed that Master Chief will be removing his iconic helmet to reveal his
Our
face
guest today is the Arbiter.
for the first time in the Halo TV show. The Halo CVs. The Halo CVs.
It's all good, buddy.
Which has adapted from the futuristic first-person shooter game franchise of the same name, will follow humanity's efforts to battle an alien menace known as the Covenant.
That is the new drink that John Topper is going to be doing on Bar Rescue.
The Covenant?
Yes, the Covenant.
It'll take you over.
It's purple, blue, and pink at the top, much like the colors of the guns.
Okay.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a migraine.
Yeah, but the show will...
Might give you one afterwards.
the show will
I
launch
already have
exclusively
one, thanks.
on Paramount Plus on March 24th, 2022. It stars Natasha... I'm not gonna do those names. Fuck their names.
It stars a lot of
Pablo
important
Schreiber.
people, and if
It,
you
it
really
stars a lot of
care,
people. Yeah.
if they really cared, they shouldn't have shown his face.
So the lead is Pablo Schreiber as Master Chief, and the Superior Soldier has become so iconic
Well,
that he's
keep
not
in
only a
mind-
de facto figurehead of the Halo games, but for Xbox platform in general.
Keep in mind, you were allowed to see his face if you beat it on the most insanity difficulty on Xbox, the first one. They actually did allow you to see his face.
And he just looked like a white guy.
Yeah, just a generic.
Generic white guy. Look, here's the
So
thing.
just get any old white guy.
Here's the thing. It
brooding,
doesn't,
tall.
it doesn't
dark.
really matter, but I would prefer if you not show the monster in the classic metaphorical
Yeah,
sense
I don't
of
wanna
writing
see
a
his-
story. Don't show the monster.
I don't want to see his dick either.
Well, no, not his dick. She followed the joke over that way, and she was like, "How did it get over there? How did that get over there?"
It's hanging on the wall. That is a wall hanger right there.
That's a different definition of wall hanger, I'll tell you that.
Hashtag for jangers for janging.
So, it's okay, Link. So we'll have to see how this turns out. Now, the thing that I really liked about this is the quote they have later on.
Salty, eat a Snickers.
Figure I gotta do something.
So as per IGN, Kiki Wolfkill, who is studio head for transmedia at 343 Industries, spoke to recent IGN FanFest. She revealed once and for all that you will see his face. Referring to Master Chief, that is. The folks behind the show understand how important this creative decision is, both for the fans who have longed to see his face after all this time, and for those who are trepidatious about the character changing in any way. She says they absolutely respect both sides of the fence, but they set out to tell a personal story. And once we really got into what that story was, it became clear that you really needed to see the person in the armor to understand the helmet.
Yes,
That's
he
what-
really
You don't need to see the person.
he really became a
How very
super
Mandalorian
soldier.
of them.
It is, but that they mention here later on in the article that this issue of casting notable performers as masked or helmeted characters has been plaguing superhero and science fiction properties for quite some time. Studios are often caught between wanting to stay true to the source material and wanting to allow their actors space to emote. And wanting to show, here, this is important, wanting to show as much as of a famous face as possible to please audiences to show who show up for the star rather than the property. These considerations explain things like the reason why Iron Man's helmet pops open so frequently during the show to show Robert Downey Jr., or why the Mandalorian takes off his helmet at least once per season.
You know who wouldn't care about showing his face because he is a video game fanatic? Henry Cavill.
I knew you were gonna say that.
Superman doesn't
I
fucking
felt that
wear a
one
mask.
coming.
Neither does Witcher.
But if he was cast as
Who hasn't heard
as
of
Master
Halo?
Chief, you know he would want to stay at the source material.
That's because he's a nerd. He spent the weekend at Warhammer Warhammer Con, just hanging out with fans. Like, if you're a Warhammer fan and you're there, you're like, holy fuck, that's Henry Cavill. And that would be an awesome moment for you. So, I mean, he's a nerd. That's another thing that was really popular in the news this week of like, Henry
How
Cavill.
pissed would you be if it was Pee Wee Herman?
But I really, I mean,
And there
like,
you are with one of mine, Vanity.
Henry Cavill is an ultimate nerd. He made his own fucking PC. He's an avid gamer. He went and played The Witcher.
He almost lost his audition for Man of Steel
Superman.
by playing WoW.
Yeah.
He was
Yeah.
raiding.
He's a nerd, man. Like, fuck, I'd love to have him on.
I feel like this is going to be very polarizing. But I hope that whoever they cast, they already cast the person, right?
Yeah. It
Pablo
was
Schreiber.
Pablo Schreiber.
So everybody already knows what he looks like then.
Well, yeah. Yeah.
We don't need to see his face at the show.
Now, look, we don't need to see the
We can
face.
see silhouettes of his face, but we don't need to see him like.
There's
Front.
art. Look, there's artistic ways you can go about that. But
But if it's not going to bring anything to the story, why?
exactly. It's just personal preference at that point. And at that point, personal
What's the
preference is,
stigma
do you watch it or not? Now, if the show is good and, hey, they show his face, like Mando, once a season, whatever. I'm not going to split hairs, okay? But I would prefer it if they left it to, like, the end of the series, you see his face.
Yeah.
Because then you get some attachment. You don't just like, hey, it's me. You have to work for it. You have
Hello,
to follow
I'm taking my helmet off. Hi, I'm going to be Master Chef this week.
I'm actor Troy McClure.
it. Master Chef Jinx. But yeah, like, hi, I'm Master Chief Troy McClure. You may be wondering why I'm not wearing my helmet. Yeah, I am.
Or any
Fuckhole.
pants.
Put it back on. You know, like, just leave the helmet alone. Leave the helmet on. It is an A+ idea.
Much like
Our next ad segment.
Master Chef does Hell's Kitchen.
Master Chef in Hell's Kitchen would want you to hop on over to facebook.com/APLUS Tri-State. And that's where you're going to find all of the most delicious delicatessens at your next live catering event that you need. My good friends will hop on over there, make the most delicious food, and creatively, aesthetically, and all around pleasing to make you the hit of the office. You may have to call them up a lot after the first time you use them. It's okay. They're fine with it. A lot of really great food, though, man.
That looks amazing.
It's so fucking delicious looking. God damn.
Tacos are immaculate looking.
They're empanadas.
I will take those.
And
Thank
then they
you.
had, for Valentine's Day, they did the heart-shaped empanadas.
Oh, how cute.
I know. They're adorable. They just have such good creative ideas. Really delicious food. So got to steer people over to facebook.com/APLUS Tri-State for the best food near you. I tried to keep it more professional as opposed to our other ad segments with them.
Yeah, we've run off the rails. In the
We have
past.
run off
very
the
quickly.
rails.
We've been off the rails since day one.
Yeah, we stay off the rails. So
Correct.
our next story is, well, a teaser. Big Brother's favorite. Street Fighter 6 is announced in this short teaser trailer.
Well,
And of
40
course-
seconds. That's way better than 30 seconds.
Almost 10 seconds better.
Seriously.
So Capcom has announced Street Fighter 6 in the short teaser trailer shown at the end of Capcom's Pro Tour Esports event. It's the first official confirmation of the fighting game sequel, although it has long been known in development. The trailer is scant on detail with information yet with no information yet on Street Fighter 6's release date or the platforms, it'll fucking come out on everything. Like what? What platforms are it coming out on?
Street Fighter 5 only came out on
Everything.
PlayStation, so it was remissed from Xbox and PC.
Yeah, but I mean, Capcom.
PlayStation had an exclusive deal with them because they were doing the Capcom's fighting network.
Well, it may just end up on PlayStation then, because Capcom says more news will be coming in summer of 2022.
And that's where they're funneling most of their stuff is through Capcom fighting network.
The trailer shows the series icon Ryu squaring off against Luke, the newest member of the Street Fighter cast. Luke was added to Street Fighter V in 2021, and with Capcom teasing at the time that he was a glimpse into the future of the franchise.
He's a decent character. He's kind of like a knockoff Ken.
I mean, fighting games I've always enjoyed, like Mortal Kombat, Raging Blast 2, you know, the Dragon Ball series.
Still playing there through
Injustice, Jump Force. I do enjoy a good fighting game.
Still playing through Kakarot, so.
Kakarot, same thing. Dragon Ball Fighter Z, same thing. Just fighting game, really good. But my problem is the fucking. It's almost like you never develop a proper callus on your thumbs where you use the fighting styles the most, because after a while,
I play like this, like I'm.
Oh, you're a fucking monster! What are you doing?
I play like this on the controller,
like a spider.
Yeah, man.
God, what? It's like you just told me you spoke Klingon, and I never knew.
Magic hands, man.
That's why they call them piano fingers. So
that and the horrible accident.
Oh man, Cynthia sludge bucket. Shit.
But Two Knuckles Deep is a whole new meeting.
Yeah. Capcom data leak in 2020 suggested Street Fighter 6 was scheduled for release in the third quarter of 2022, although plans may well have been changed since then. Capcom has also announced a new retro fighting game compilation, Capcom Fighting Collection, which will be released for the Switch, PC, PS4, and Xbox One June 24th. If you scroll down, they actually have a list of all the fighting games and the trailer for the fighting game compilation.
Yeah, it's all the games that are not Street Fighter, except for like you got Puzzle Fighter, you got Gen Fighter, you got the Vampire Hunter series,
Red Earth,
Dark Stalkers,
Hyper, Street Fighter 2.
Yeah, but that was in the Street Fighter collection as well.
Yeah, so you have this Capcom series that they're pushing out, which nobody wanted, but for the fighting game fans, headlining inclusions in the Capcom Fighting Collection is probably that it features all 5 Dark Stalker games, 2 of them for the first time outside of Japan. Capcom has posted the instructive primer for the series over the PlayStation blog. The rest of the collection continues the same cultish vein, with Red Earth appearing outside of the arcade the first time, and Super Puzzle Fighter 2 Turbo, as well as Hyper Street Fighter 2. All the games will be playable online.
The only one that I'm missing that I wish I had back is Capcom vs. SNK 2. Because that had both like Fatal Fury, had King of Fighters, had Street Fighter, and that was just a gem of a game. I wish they would like re-release that, but for that you would need SNK's permissions.
Well, yeah, but
Samurai Showdown was in that too.
Any other time, I would say like getting permission from a company would be like a hard sell, but with the Marvel, like Disney, Sony kind of
everybody would win
brokership
if they just do it.
I just see that as like a shining example for businesses that like, hey, if we work together, we can make more money.
Yeah, the sum of the parts together will generate more income for all.
We can form Voltron.
What?
Businesses, like getting together.
By your powers combined, I am Captain Planet.
I mean, if you want to bring it back to that one, or what is it? The Zords.
I think those are currently copyright, and we'll have to find our own fucking name.
Oh, I trust you. I trust you will find something as equally disturbing as it is creative. We'll give you time. But we'll also bring up this next story while you're cooking. Because No Man's Sky's Sentinel update brings new enemies, improved AI, additional missions, and more.
Mayor of depravity.
And it's out now. The thing I liked about this story is that as shitty a deal it was for No Man's Sky to be like, I don't know.
100 miles wide, 2 inches deep.
Yeah. Like, what is that? The Infinity Pool in Washington, D.C.? It was like that. It was like 2 inches deep and, kind of wide. They continued.
Kind of wide.
They continued
essentially,
to expand upon it.
Concussion area.
Yeah. But they continue to expand upon it because Hello Games has released a new update for No Man's Sky called Sentinel. It brings...
Yeah, you can dive in. It's okay.
Just not too deep. And don't go off the high dive. You'll die.
Wear a hard hat.
It brings with it a complete combat overhaul, new enemies, improved AI, new lore, and missions, active camo, and Sentinel headquarters, and so much more. So here's the thing. The update is now live on all platforms where you can play No Man's Sky.
So they made No Man's Sky Crisis?
A little bit. Okay. So Hello Games has released a new trailer showcasing all that awaits you.
Will it
in
run on my
Sentinel.
PC?
One of the biggest highlights of the update is that the mech can now accompany you in a galactic journey. So you can have a buddy mech hopping along with you in your space travels.
Yep.
That's kind of fucking dope, man. Don't shit on my parade. That's awesome.
But I'm not.
Good. You're just kind of smirking like you're kind of finding a way to shit on it, but you can't find the right angle to wipe correctly.
Yeah, but you've never played the game.
No, I've played No Man's Sky.
Front to back there, dude.
Yeah, no, the Sentinels are fucking annoying. The Sentinels are the worst part about that game. Because you're just trying to fucking farm some shit or mine some resources and like, what are you doing? Me? Nothing. I'm just sitting here.
If you go to another planet, they won't try and stick one in you. Deep, too.
Yeah. 3 knuckles.
Sure.
Corn.
With a piano.
Check it out. So, the mech will accompany you on your galactic journey. And it's like having a dog, except it's a massive mech.
Okay.
Literally turning right here.
And you can also ride it. Giggity.
Yeah. All night long.
You can ride. Hang on. Wait for her to put her headphones back on.
I'm legitimately scared to put these back on.
It's okay. It's safe. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
So.
She can't hear you say it's safe.
So, with this No Man's Sky update, you will have this mech assistant with you, which you can ride all night long. All night. No? Okay. It's kind of neat.
Dutch rudder.
Quote, the Sentinel update brings an overhaul to the combat system in-game and enemies you meet to create something much more challenging and exciting. Hello Games founder Sean Murray writes a new blog post. I'm sorry, but the Joker has ruined the name Murray for me. That's forever how it's pronounced. So Sean Murray writes a new blog post. No Man's Sky is a game about exploration, but our universe has always been one filled with hazards and danger. Sentinels police the planets you explore and have long been an element of the game we wanted to make more interesting, deep, and fun, whilst also allowing players to defeat and overcome them in a more meaningful way. Fortunately, this update comes with a huge array of combat improvements, enhancements for the battle-scarred traveler. You have access to new weapons, upgrades, and the likes of like a high-energy neutron cannon, rather. Mm-hmm. And active camo cloaking device. So you can cloak, man, Predator style. It's kind of fucking dope. A new electrifying stun grenade. You can even install an AI in your own Minotaur exomech and have him protect you in combat.
Wish I had that.
A Minotaur exomech? Yeah, I would question your sanity if you didn't want that.
I'm not going to make the further comment.
So Sentinels across the game are more formidable now, too. Murray writes, you'll need to fight against the new elite classes of drones, including heavies, summoners, repair units, and even hard frame exomechs as well. The hard frame the Sentinels can deploy their own mobile energy shields to block incoming attacks, and their equipment with new weaponry like terrain-destroying grenades and plasma-powered flamethrowers. Holy shit, that sounds actually pretty badass.
Sounds like a marriage.
And that's kind of fucking fun, like sci-fi, like video game weaponry might be an end credit that we have to tiptoe into eventually, because like, damn man, a fucking terrain-destroying grenades.
Yep.
Fuck your neighborhood. Whoop. It's just
Marriage.
gone. Plasma-powered flamethrowers sounds more along your alley, but that
No
makes
comment.
the fight against them
That's
more
what we
difficult.
call scorched earth there, sir.
There's a theory against that. And for the brave, the locations of mysterious sentinel pillars have been made known, with exclusive rewards and mysterious stories awaiting those who would breach its robotic archive. Murray writes, with the Sentinel update, players will learn about the lore of how Sentinels came into being. As you walk through the substantial chain of new story-driven missions, you'll have a chance to reprogram and adopt your very own friendly AI drone, as well as salvage parts to create defenses of your own. So, there's something else I wanted to hit here. So, last year saw No Man's Sky team releasing a ton of updates, including companions, expeditions, prisms, and frontiers. So, last year they had 4 updates. This is the first of the updates from No Man's Sky. So, if you haven't logged in since the infinity pool of nothingness, you may actually enjoy more of the game, because some of the stuff that I saw in it, I liked. I liked how you could just go to fuck off to another planet.
Played one iota of this game.
You may actually like it, especially now that they put a lot of love, sweat, and tears into it.
I gave up a couple updates ago.
I just have no drive to play a game that I'll get no benefit out of.
It's just fun to fuck around and just explore off, go
Yeah, my
off to
time
a
is limited.
different planet, you know?
My time is limited.
Oh, mine is too. I mean, I probably will never log into No Man's Sky again, but it's about the effort. You have to look in front of you, sir. You have to try.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot of trying here.
Like this next story. There's a whole bunch of trying.
Oh, yeah, there's a bunch of trying here.
There's a bunch of try.
Oh, yeah.
Because Pornhub has loads, giggity, of Minecraft Let's Plays. And we spoke to the guy that made them, not me, PC Gamer. So they sat down with this bloke. People are uploading innocent gaming videos to the adult entertainment website. 2 of them who go by Raptor Beacon and
Bacon.
and Tasty FPS. No
Also
giggity.
bacon.
Tell me they most do it because it's funny.
Hey, if the system allows you to do it, it's
But-
okay.
Oh,
They're also hiding Minecraft videos among porn clips as a promotional strategy. I really find that fucking clever, because Raptor specializes in Minecraft while Tasty plays Call of Duty. Both have found success in their art and show no signs of letting up. So how does someone make their start uploading gameplay to Pornhub? For Raptor Bacon, it was driven initially by the hilarity
that
of
bacon good.
the potential situation. Quote, I honestly just thought it would be really funny. And that's the only reason why you would do that. Like, why would you upload Minecraft to Pornhub? Because it's funny?
Yeah, that's why.
You know, somebody's going to be on there and looking up the obvious content that you would find on Pornhub, and then they'll just stumble onto Minecraft and Let's Play, and then they'll be like,
to see what all the
You
Crystal
know what?
Enderman
I
Oh,
was
is
gonna,
about.
but
that's weird.
Now I'm gonna watch. Video on Minecraft,
and it turns out a lot of people do. So you're about to stroke it, and you're like, whoa! Is that
Minecraft?
Is that Call of Duty? Oh, that was a good kill. Oh yeah. Completely.
I didn't know this was the
king.
dragon egg.
So I guess what I'm saying is Walljacker Gaming is going to Pornhub.
How do I craft that? What are my materials needed?
Hello, 911.
I just like the
I need 3
promotional.
plastics, 2 pieces of sticks,
And a partridge in a pear tree.
Yeah, I just love the creativity of
want
these
some
two.
diamonds,
Because
some pearls.
now he wasn't the first to think of this. There were others before the guy.
Prince.
So essentially,
Oh boy.
Tasty got his start due to a good old fashioned
so pretty.
good old fashioned content theft. And someone else ripped off one of his Fortnite videos from YouTube and uploaded it to Pornhub without his knowledge, which is something that has been ongoing with issue with sex workers and the content creators for most of the platform's existence.
Since 1995.
So, existence. He said, I ended up getting some comments on there saying that they saw this video on the hub. And at first, I had no idea what they meant by that. But I got more and more comments saying they found this video on the hub. And then I actually clicked on it, and I ended up searching up on Pornhub, and I found my video. Ain't that a bitch to find out your video's on Pornhub and it's just you playing fucking Minecraft?
Okay.
I feel bad for him because he didn't get the payout.
I mean, at least it's only Minecraft. If there's a different video, you're like, oh, thank God it's just Minecraft. Oh.
31.5K views.
Yeah. So after that, Call of Duty creator
So he missed out on all that money.
He decided to upload his own clips to Pornhub the same reason that Raptor did. But suddenly, these clips were getting more attention on Pornhub than they were on YouTube.
He didn't get the Scrooge.
Said, quote, I had people coming to find me on Pornhub and then coming to find my YouTube channel, my Twitter, and stuff like that. They kept on doing it, and that's why I'm still doing it. That makes sense. You get more views on Pornhub than you do YouTube.
Who would have thought?
Actually, I kind of thought. But they've got their own approaches to their content on the site, too. Though their gaming content
Next
is
channel
innocent.
over sex sells.
Yeah, it's innocent in and of itself. They've both, in their own ways, experimented with double entendres. Dirty Ho, Raptor, Raper was using the video of him using a hoe in the game. Tasty in turn has Twitch streamer accidentally shows massive cock while streaming, with which is a picture of a cockerel, but many of each of the videos are titled just as you would title a normal Let's Play.
So two things.
Yeah.
You remember where I lived, right? In Ackland. So
Yeah.
I would drive past, because that little comment that you had in that little story there made me laugh. Driving past some Amish, and I said, "Work that hoe," and he was plowing.
If I'm watching Pornhub, that just isn't the day I would be calling
That just
on.
isn't the duty I
duty.
would be calling on.
Oh my God.
Yes! Yes! Thank you.
And now we've
Teresa.
come to the end of the show. Thanks everybody for joining us.
So what does
been
we got way more
awesome.
dick jokes to make.
so what does success look like for Raptor and Tasty?
Well, I didn't get to ask you. Is that poor taste to tell an Amish person to work that hoe?
No, it's being instructional. Tasty's biggest video. You got to work that hoe if you're going to plow that field, giggity. So Tasty's biggest video
giggity.
on Pornhub has about 430,000 views.
Just backing it up.
Back it up. So, but
Next
400
Shaggy will be saying it wasn't me.
when she called me on the counter.
In the cornfield wasn't me.
When she called me in the cornfield. Wasn't me.
In the soybean field
When she called me in the barnyard.
wasn't me.
When she called me in the cellar.
Wasn't me.
When she called me in the drugstore.
She caught me in the nether realm.
So he says
Oh
that
my goodness.
continuing to post on the site leads to at least 500 to 1,000 people a day just clicking on my Pornhub profile. The Call of Duty player has even had one of his videos featured on the front page of Pornhub. Call of Duty, Let's Play. No innuendo, double entendre there. It's just Call of Duty Let's Play on the front page of Pornhub.
There's probably no built-in filter for video games.
He's planting the
Well,
bomb
this
and
wasn't
search and destroy.
This wasn't the first time. So at first they just wiped out everybody, and it was just raper. That is so wrong. It's R-A-P-O-R. No, there's no T.
Raptor.
No, there is. I'm looking at it here.
Oh.
Credit image Raptor.
Motherfucking autocorrect again. God damn it.
R-A-P-T-O-R.
I was calling him a raper. But anyway, Raptor. This fucking autocorrect really has to get itself together.
Especially on Pornhub.
You know, we're talking about Pornhub and it's going to raper. That is wrong. Anyway, I'm sorry, Raptor. That is a completely different person. That makes so much more sense why he's playing Minecraft. Anyway,
This story wouldn't have been as funny
if he
read.
It wouldn't have been fun. Oh, it fixed it to Raptor that time. So for Raptor, his content has been rising up the ranks of the creator on the site. I started off the year I'd like something like a rank of 120,000 at the very bottom of the barrel, and now I'm ranked 4,000 something. So he rose up to the ranks in Pornhub. Now the thing that I like is the
So you're
CPM.
telling us that we need to start broadcasting us on Pornhub.
No, because the CPM or earnings per 1,000 views are lower on Pornhub than they are on YouTube. For Pornhub, it's roughly about $1 for 1,400 views. Raptor says on YouTube, it's like $4 or $5. So just keep the course. We don't want to go to Pornhub unless we want to bring more people onto the pod. You know what? We're going to Pornhub. We're putting Triforce Podcast on Pornhub.
No, Lug Nuts would be the appropriate podcast to be on.
Damn, that's right. That really
Y'all
would
have
be-
fun with that.
That really would be the perfect podcast.
I mean,
for Pornhub.
it is a double entendre right there. It's Lug Nuts.
It really would be
I'm not
perfect.
changing my show in any way, shape, or
No, you don't have to change the show. You just broadcast
No,
them.
just like what these guys are doing. We just broadcast on
dull
or
shit.
Pornhub.
just upload the final product.
We just upload
exciting content.
We just
that you all
upload
wanna
lug
hear.
nuts to Pornhub.
So, just to be clear, the guy that coined the phrase hairy donut is afraid of changing his material for Pornhub.
No, he's not.
Not
He's not
afraid.
afraid.
He's just unwilling to. He's very stubborn.
Like a rock.
Yeah. More about
Why?
Chevy this Sunday, but we move on to our end segment, which kind of kept it like Transformers because I thought it would be an interesting one. Big Brother, you had one, though. What was that one you said? Probably don't remember.
I don't remember.
I probably should have remembered it. So we'll go with mine. What Transformers faction would you be with, and what would you transform into? Maximal, Autobot, Predacon, Decepticon. Where are you going? Or just what would you be in each? Because if I was a Decepticon,
There's no neutral race?
No.
No.
Dark or light?
fuck you think this is? Star Wars?
Damn.
One way or the other. Or one way or
You know
the
what,
other
man?
way.
A Tesla wouldn't be bad.
A PS5 wouldn't be bad either.
Yeah, but a Tesla, I could drive places and still play video games.
This is true.
So I'm going with a Tesla, and you could really fit that in with the Autobots or the Decepticons. If I was going Maximals, Predacons, I'd probably, what animal? You know what? A fedorable fox. And I think I'd have to be a Maximal.
Yay! I endorse that one.
I'd have to be a Maximal if I was a fedorable fox. I mean, I would not blend in at all, though. A fox with a fedora in the wild jungle? That is off.
Just on your tail. What did the fox say?
You know what? You could just have like a patch of fur look like a fedora, and that's why he's the fedorable fox. Other than that, normal fox, very vicious, cunning, sly.
Everybody be asking you, why'd you choose a hat as your signet?
Mandalorian. Love that. That's because a giant hat once tried to kill me.
Schwing.
Okay.
Why doesn't he wear hats? So, old man, where are you going?
Kung Lao this shit. Anyway.
Where are you going with Transformers? Remember that?
I mean, everybody likes to be the good guy, but,
That's why I just did good and bad. Either way, you have the Tesla. That could be either way, right? Because Autobots, Decepticons, they both had vehicles. That's what they were about. The Maximals and Predacons were more about animals. So that's where the kind of dichotomy is. Where are you going? Because you plane, submarine, God, that'd be useless. Jet.
That'd be cool.
Jet would probably be what I want. So Decepticon.
You could be a hypertrain.
Nah.
You could be a soul train.
A soul train. Or that train from that one Tom Hanks movie, the Christmas book that turned into a movie.
Polar Express.
Yes. You could be the Polar Express. You could be the Polar Express.
This is the Polar Express.
Or the train, not the Soul Train, but the one train from Doctor Who with Capaldi, and they had that murder mystery on.
Oh yeah. Okay. I understand what.
Mm-hmm.
That is a fucking interplanetary train, man. You're on a train through fucking space.
If I was gonna transform into a car, it would be a Bugatti Veyron, the one that hit the max speed of 256 miles an hour.
Yeah, but that makes sense because you'd run out of gas in 5 minutes.
But the tires would end in 12. As far as imagination, why not transform into a DeLorean and you can go back in time?
Or you'd be like an actual DeLorean and never run.
Yeah, you'd always be broken. You'd start one in every 5,000 tries.
But man, when he does get to 88 miles an hour, that's when you see some real
Here comes Bristow
serious
DeLorean
shit.
to save the day. Oh, he didn't start again.
Stalled out.
Should have switched the engine.
So if you're going on like a Maximal Predacon, what kind of animal, or even dinosaur if you want, that fucking Siberian tiger was fucking tough to where that is my second choice to the fedorable fox. Honestly, that fucking Siberian tiger, I love those tigers. Not like I would have one in the house. My God, Link would be gone in a second and I'd be right after him.
A snow leopard or a black panther?
Wakanda forever. Oh, those are good choices, man. A nice cat. You could fucking run fast, sleep all day,
I was always fast.
and
like that.
murder. Cat, where are you going?
I have to admit that I misunderstood the assignment.
Either way, I like your choice that you put in the chat. Because
Thank you.
if it's a
I thought you meant an
strict-
actual transformer that is in existence. And
If it's
I
a
chose
transformer
Omega
that's
Supreme.
in existence, I am absolutely Unicron.
And I am absolutely Omega Supreme.
Mm-hmm.
Because all the girl transformers suck.
I could see. Well, that's true, but I could see Old Man as maybe like an Optimus Prime that's like past his prime.
So
Optimus past his prime. There you go. I got your Transformers name.
Thank you. I was going to say Blur because
You're still a prime, just kind of past it. You're over being a prime. You're like, I did that. Been there.
I mean, if we're going to
I already fucked this train up. It's your turn.
bring it back to the red panda, like the garbage Transformers from the movie.
No, it's called the Red River.
Red River, yeah.
Not the Red Panda. It's a
Yeah.
different place.
But if I were to choose what I could transform into, probably Vanessa. She'd be an Autobot because she's just so cute.
Yeah.
Vanessa's my car.
Okay.
Okay.
My little green Hyundai Venue
I
with
thought you
the
meant-
felt succulent garden on the dash because I'm an adult.
I thought you meant a woman named Vanessa that you knew.
I named my
I was
car
very
Vanessa, and she is a Vanessa in every sense of the
You know
word.
what, Vanessa? I would transform into you. Like, wow.
Wow, that's creepy as fuck.
This is going to be weird.
That's either a
unless-
compliment or the beginning of a restraining order.
Thank God it was a car. That would make this evidence.
Can you imagine if somebody chose to transform into like the Annabelle doll? You'd be fucked in several dimensions.
Big
That might
brother.
actually be my choice now. If I could transform into
Annabelle doll.
anything, it would be the possessed Annabelle doll.
Annabelle doll.
There's
Now,
no way. No way.
as-
And
As far as
I
the-
wouldn't even say she's a Decepticon.
No. Well, I mean, look, there were those. There. I mean, there wasn't really anything to call them, but I think it was like Beast Wars when they went back to Cybertron. There were those like robots who were like, "Hey, man, I'm not fucking involved in this."
Yeah,
So-
they were the neutral parties.
Yeah. So I could see Cat being in there, like, "Yo, whoa,
They were great Transformers.
keep going. I don't want to be involved." But maximal Predacon wise, in an animal or insect, because they also had the ant for the colony. Where
The
would you
dart
go?
frog. Like something poisonous. Anaconda.
Well, that's not poisonous. That's just deadly.
I know, but that my mind just kind of jumped because I was thinking of like
When
the
you're
tree
going
frogs
from
and stuff that are in Brazil,
poisonous,
and then that made me think of anacondas.
yeah, when you're going for poisonous though, I'd probably say like a poisonous frog would be fucking
Guilty or
Wait.
innocent.
you could hop
Sharktopus.
everywhere.
Innocent.
Sharktopus, damn.
Well, they had the Sharktacons in the movie.
So they had
Prison.
the Sharktopus or the Piranaconda. Either one of those would be pretty good too.
Don't want none.
I don't want none of either of those. But that is a very disturbing pick. Big brother, where are you going?
I guess it'd be neat to be a jet. I guess.
Okay. You going for like a SR-71 stealth, or are you going for a fast boy? He's a fast boy. He's like a fucking black
I haven't really given it that much thought. A regular jet,
yeah. Okay. You just Boeing 747.
something that will fly and stay together.
Oh, okay. An Airbus then.
Probably.
Okay, so Big Brother's the Airbus. Where's your
Don't forget to thank your drivers.
where's your maximal Predacon spirit animal lie?
I don't know. Maybe a dragon or a rhinoceros or something.
What was that prehistoric rhinoceros that went extinct?
Oh, that's helpful. That one. Oh, okay.
I forget the name of it, but it was like just a rhinoceros, but it was really fucking big and it had a gigantic ass horn. I could see that.
They're kind of an ornery animal.
Yeah.
Have a bit of a short temper.
Yeah, no, that
One
fits.
like that.
Yeah, no, that completely fits. All right, I see that
Can't
one.
get through tutorials because I hate them.
And they don't have thumbs.
Yeah.
But God damn these thumbs! It's the reason why I can't get through this tutorial.
Opposable limbs.
I love that.
It's just called the woolly rhinoceros.
Ah, yeah, the woolly rhinos because they were wiped out.
Yeah, it's a special.
What was that? The Younger
versus-
Dryas. That's where they got the wiped out because of that. But
Yep.
besides that, we want to know what your choices are, loyal Walljangers. What is the optimal Optimus or Megatron subsidiary that you would choose? And make sure to like and comment below on what that is.
You want to be a woolly rhinoceros or a fuzzy kitty?
Yeah.
Maybe you
So you
want
can
to be.
stick your woolly rhinoceros.
Everyday shuffling.
Oh, boy.
But you want to go over here to pjandwh.com where you're going to find the very funny and lucky and naughty moments from this podcast right up top. You're going to click on over to the last tab and contact the team. We want you to hop over there and let us know. Do you have a car you want to talk about on Lug Nuts? Maybe you want to be part of the Triforce podcast. You want to be a guest. You want to be part of the podcast. Let us know. Contact the team. Find us on all social media handles, Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, and TikTok. And, of course, this is none other than a long drawn-out goodbye. I am your host, Matthew Bugirl, the Mat Man. To my left is one Christopher Bristow, the old man. In the projector box, we have one Katerina Thermoscara, our wonderful woman. Our omnipotent presence, that is Stephen Bugirl, big brother, who caused a lot of it. And, of course, our mascot, hero of time, Link Diablo. And, of course, we love you. We miss you. We want to see you next week. Until then, game on, Wall Jangers!